Today on Fresh or Frozen, we are taking on one of my favorite Japanese dishes, a chicken karaage. Now, can I make it better than the frozen version? Let's figure it out. Chicken karaage could possibly be one of my favorite things in the world. When you go to Japan, it's just every izakaya has it. The first thing I like to do with karaage is to marinate the chicken. Now, you don't want to do this for longer than 15 to 30 minutes. That's more than enough. You don't need to overnight kind of marinate this. I like to use chicken thighs without the bones, but still with the skin. So this gets cut into small pieces. Ideally, all the pieces kind of look alike in shape so that they all cook at the same time in the oil. For our marinade, very easy. I have some mirin, so this is gonna bring a little bit of sweetness. Again, this marinade doesn't have to be extremely saucy. Some soy sauce, just enough to coat everything. A little bit of sesame oil. Grate some garlic and some ginger. As I said, the marinade is not overwhelming the chicken. It's literally just coating it, and that's gonna chill for 15 to 30 minutes, just to really quickly coat that flavor. Now, that flavor is gonna be sealed by some all-purpose flour. So the all-purpose flour will be our first coating. What I like to do to have a slightly crispier exterior is use some all-purpose flour first, so that's gonna be dipped with the chicken. And then after it was dipped and shaken off, it goes into some cornstarch or some potato starch. Time for our quick glaze. So all you're gonna do is get some soy sauce, some mirin or some sake. This already has kind of like a sweet element to it, and then some white sugar, which is what is gonna thicken the sauce. We're gonna add a little bit first, and then finally, just for a bit of flavor, we're gonna add a couple of slices of ginger. So you could grate your ginger, I just don't want it to go all over the sauce. So it really comes down to personal preference on how thick you want your glaze to be. This for me is a little strange. It says to cook it at 180 centigrade for 10 minutes, which seems like a long time to be at that high of a temperature. I thought we were doing a karaage battle, but apparently we're doing a whole fried chicken battle. I'll be fair and I'll only take the small one. We're gonna go ahead and put that into our oil. For our chicken, I'm actually gonna double fry it. So I'm waiting for this to get to 275. So that's gonna be our quote unquote low temperature fry. And our first fry is gonna take about 4 to 5 minutes, and then our second fry at 350 Fahrenheit or 180 centigrade will take about 2 minutes, really just to get a nice crisp exterior. Transfer it onto a paper towel. Let's check on our frozen version. Fancy. Everything's ready, sauces are warm, so all we need to do now is combine everything. This is the frozen version, and this is my karaage version. This is their sauce. Hey, I'm actually really pleasantly surprised that the torikatsu, the frozen one, actually feels really nice and tender. And secondly, what I think is pretty cool, it's very similar to what it looks like on the packaging, which I think when you're buying frozen food, you're mainly looking at the packaging and what that picture tells you that food's gonna look like at home. And this is pretty spot on. Next for ours, very different in terms of looks again. I feel like mine's more authentic, but that really this looks more like a chicken nugget with a teriyaki glaze, which honestly is not necessarily a bad thing. Like, it looks actually pretty decent and tasty. This is mine, a bit gnarlier in shape. I feel like my glaze is better, but let's see what that food critic Martin has to say about this.
Hi, I'm Martin, and I know chickens.
Today's challenge was karaage. Do you like karaage?
Yeah, I love fried chicken.
Okay, perfect. So this is, well, actually, I'm not gonna tell you. You just taste it and let me know what you think. I'm actually pretty excited to taste it as well.
fork.
Martin and his fork.
So we're judging this as chicken karaage, right?
Yeah, we're judging it as karaage. It claims to be karaage. To me, it feels more like a fried chicken, but pretty tasty. Thoughts, Mr. Chicken Expert?
Well, this one, the breading's pretty okay.
Not a good start. There you go.
The breading is okay, but I feel like that's for things like chicken nuggets. Because we're judging them as chicken karaage. I think this one is breaded with a southern chicken style, southern fried chicken style, or like a chicken nugget. This one is, you know, what I expect from a chicken karaage. Not too thick, not too thin kind of coating. You just put enough so that when you fry it, it crisps up once the moisture's all gone. They both hold their sauces really well. But for the taste of the chicken, as in pang karaage talaga, I'll pick this one. This one is just like marinated in salt. But you know, leaving the skin on kind of saved you. Without the skin, it would have been probably like chewy.
First of all, I didn't need saving by anyone, Mr. Chicken Expert.
Maybe.
Okay, let's leave it at that. You're fired, Chicken Expert. Okay.